Alright guys, so we have two options, right? Or we can use the existing one, okay? So I think we're gonna go with the existing one. It's gonna be a bit more difficult and a bit more fun. So let's move it to scene collection and let's turn off this Canon final for a sec, yeah? Because we need to adjust it to, to this chassis, which is not gonna be that easy. So let's do just that, shall we? So let's first of all cut this again, because the previous one was cut a little bit, and let's go to a mod scroll toggle and move it up, okay, until it's flat. All right, and now we're going to actually apply this. So operations multiply. Now grab this bottom plane and extrude it down. Okay, let's see how we're looking. And oh, this is mirrored, right? Okay, fine. So remove the bevel for a sec and let's just sharpen this, and let's apply weighted normals because I cannot work otherwise. And there is a mess in here, so we need to fix this mess. It's fine. So we're gonna do it like this. We're gonna slice it here, right? And there is a mirror. Right, let's apply the boolean and let's just remove this, okay? We're gonna work on one part, so vertices, right? Perfect. Now let's grab this and extrude it in, and let's remove this weighted normal because it's gonna throw us off completely. Let's sharpen it, right? So let's grab this, go to side view, and let's see, occlude and verts. How are we looking here? We could remove this one and operate only with these. Now, first of all, what we need to do is remove these chamfers. So unchamfer, unchamfer, not confused, unchamfer, here, unchamfer, and unchamfer. And also what we're gonna do is remove a few of these, alright, and mark it. Now we can start working on this one. This is a disaster here, but it's okay, we're gonna fix it later. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move this one down, and we're going to chisel this one out. So we're going to chamfer this until it moves inside like that. Okay, that's one. The top part is gonna be cut for sure, so this one's gonna be cut. So what you can do is simply slash it and sharpen this one and move it a little bit here and sharpen this one. Okay, these are two separate parts now. So let's see here. Let's move this one down like this and backwards. Let me see. This should be a little bit higher. Okay, we can work with this one later. And let's combine all these and see what we're getting in here. This should be chamfered as well. And these two should be chamfered too, right? So now we're getting somewhere. Okay. So now we can remove this one. Now this one, come on, should be a little bit wider. So go here to the side view and make it a bit wider, okay? Like this. And let's move it actually just a tiny bit to this side. This should do. Okay. How are we looking from the front? We're looking pretty good. So Let's extrude it, sharpen this, and where are the guns? Guns are here, so this needs to be much higher, right? So this needs to be much higher, meaning we need to move it somewhere here. And SX0, and this needs to be SX0, right? Right. And now this one is gonna be moved downwards. We need to just hide this cannon because it annoys me. So click on this, Shift G, immediate children, this one, and hide it, okay? Alright, now grab this face, yep, and let's move it down and rotate it till it meets this one here, okay? And we're gonna scale it until it fits more or less this, you know, this opening, right? So there you go. Now this one should be a little bit milder in think. Maybe like this. And let's actually bevel this like this. Or maybe not. Maybe what we could do is just rip it off. So press V to rip it off. And now you're gonna have two separate bits, yeah? So this one and this one, okay? So now we're gonna introduce a cylinder and make it 50 RX90 and move it in here. There we go. And move it inside, make it a bit bigger. There we go. And this is gonna be our joint. Okay, perfect. I think this should be a little bit wider, or maybe not so steep. I have to see this on both sides to be able to decide. Reset the mirror and mirror to the other side. Let's scale this and chamfer it so I can see some shapes. It's pretty cool. This cable is gonna have to be redesigned, meaning because we need some, you know, there we go, kind of like a towering effect here. This would work. Okay, fine. This, we're getting somewhere. So this one, we need to sharpen this, and let's see what's going on here. Oh, this one is simply moved, which is not a big problem because we can always unchamfer it and chamfer it again, and it's gonna be straight. So it's not a big problem. Mark it and we're gonna be good. So let's close these and close this one with faces. All right. Okay, now let's introduce some bevel here and see how we're looking. I think this is gonna be pretty decent, especially when we're gonna cut some holes in it, because I think that's what we're gonna do. Now let's match this a little bit. Okay, so Alt A top and Alt A right, and Alt A bottom and Alt A left, so they're aligned, and Alt A top and Alt A top and Alt A right. Alt A, come on, Alt A right and Alt A top. So now this face should be more or less straight, yeah? SX0. There we go. Perfect. So there we go. Now we need to find a way of mounting it to this chassis, which is not gonna be an easy task, to be honest. So we could carve it through or think of some other solution. We could cut this in here like this and see what it's gonna do to us. It's interesting. We could do the same thing here. It's interesting. I like that. And the only thing is, you know, combining these together, right? This is gonna be the biggest problem. So let's yeah, let's remove this mirror for one and see if we apply this sharpen, what's gonna happen. And this is gonna be actually pretty cool. This needs to go a little bit higher. Yep, that's better, and that's better. Okay, so now from the front view I'm gonna cut it very straight like this. Okay, straight line, so we can, you know, fix this from this side. Okay, so now we need to adjust this structure here. So grab these 3 and move them on y-axis backwards to cover this bit, this sticking out bit. And now we will need to really think how to you know, fix the this joint here. So GZ, move it down to align it with this edge here, and this should do. And how we look in here, we could either move it out or in. You know, in fact, we could move it a little bit lower. So here, how we look in here, and G, Y, and move it in. This is gonna uncover this bit. Okay, so maybe we can just uncover it and leave it like this. This could also work. So let's grab this one and GG, move it in here. See how we're looking. GY and move it in here. I think we're good. I think we're good. So now we could connect this with the main chassis, but there are 3 elements in here that come to play. Okay, so we don't want to connect it yet. We're gonna do it later, all right? But you know, from the front, we could literally cut it, you know, here like this. Okay, to remove this junk. Did we cut too deep? I think we might have cut too deep. So let's cut it like this and see. This should be fine. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Okay, so sharpen this and bevel this, and let me see that. Let's remove this bevel, add the new bevel. There we go. And let's add a weight-based bevel, so it bevels everything. And it's a little bit too strong, so make it a little bit less strong. Okay, so that's first spoke, and then we're gonna be connecting it to this chassis, right? And then we need this one, so this needs to be a bit longer, and this bit shouldn't be sticking out like this over there. So let's just remove it, and this one should be actually longer, so a bit longer like this. And that's cool. And this one is fine, although it's a little bit too tall in here because it's sticking up. Now we need to fit it, so it should fit this circular device, right? So we're going to narrow it down, make it smaller, maybe make it circular. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but what we could try doing is Control Q and, you know, do it with mirror tools, which probably I don't have installed. Yeah, I don't have installed mirror tools, which means I would need to install mirror tools. But what we could do is you know, merge it with this a bit better. So grab this and try to, you know, arrange it a bit. So move it about a bit better, right? Something like this. It could be even narrower. In fact, this whole gun could be a little bit more outside, so somewhere here. Right? So this could be even narrower, so... and this gun could be a bit to the front. And now this could fit perfectly here, right? So let's rotate it a bit. So let's move cursor here. Let's select this one, geometry, origin to geometry, and then rotate in cursor RY and just rotate it on the y-axis a bit up. That's too high. Somewhere here. Yeah, that will do. That would do. We will need to redesign a little bit the structure, but we can do it later. So something like this. This will do. And we need to create some intelligent connection in here, but you know, we're gonna worry about it later. We could be, you know, it could be something like this, and coming into the gun. So switch the pivot to individual origins, something like this, you know, going inside. It's perfectly fine, right? And this will do. So now let's see that. Let's switch back to cursor RY. Move it a little bit like this. And there we go. And this should work. So let's go to circle and object view and slice this. So X and slice it. And sharpen this, and chisel, chamfer it, and chamfer this one too, just for the hell of it. Okay, that's pretty good. And for the time being, I think we are good. Now this will need to be, I think, cut. So, because structurally speaking, I think this would be better if this was hollow. Would be stronger, basically. So select this one, and we could turn off this angle and snap here for a sec. Actually, you know what? Just keep it on and hold Control. It's fine. So turn this off and switch to view, and we could cut some interesting shape in here. Or even two shapes, one on the top and one on the bottom, you know, like this, and bevel it, right? And cut one, and it could be another one here, like this, okay? And bevel it, and cut. See, that's gonna introduce some interest here, and also makes it a bit less crazy in terms of geometry, because it's a bit too heavy. You know, you want to remove weight from places when weight is not needed. Face orientation is fine. What the hell is going on in here? Ah, we don't have a face. That's right. Okay, one more time. So hold Control and draw a small one here, something like this. And bevel it, and then another one on the bottom here, and like this, and bevel it. Yeah, this would work, you know, this would work. So grab this one and mirror it across, and something like this could work. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So let's insert these. Switch to individual origins and introduce some chamfer, and we're good to go, right? And we're probably gonna insert some stuff over there, so there you go. Alright, looking good, looking good, looking good. Now, this will need to, the inner part will rotate on the outer part, so how we're gonna solve this is that we're going to slice this one with a box, right? You know, something like this, okay? And slice it. And this part's gonna be attached to this part. Now this part's gonna have to be cut out, meaning, where is it? There will need to be some kind of a shelling on top. So let's sharpen this one and sharpen this one, right? And then let's curve extruct this like this, okay? Sharpen it, and literally gonna have to cut it out like this, okay? So chamfer it like that, and it's a little bit too deep, so we're gonna move it on, come on, we're gonna move it on an x-axis in here, so this gun can rotate, you see, and it needs to be deeper, right? So it goes through, so the gun can rotate both ways. Did it go through? Why is it cutting only the top? Oh, wait a minute, why is it only half of it? Let's delete that, and let's grab this one again. I didn't select everything. Let's clean this with machine. Why is it not going through? There's some end gun in here. This one, okay. That's the problem. There's another one in here on the other side. And I think we're good now. There we go. So now let's curve extruct this. Perfect. Sharpen this. And now we're going to cut this difference. Now we're talking. So move it to cutters. Cutters are which? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. It's a 7, group 7. So now you see this gun can move up and down, and there is a driving force inside. In fact, this cut here should be a little bit smaller, but it's okay. Now this one needs some loops, yeah, so supporting loops for sure. So there you go. And I think we're looking good. I think we're looking good. That makes sense to me. Yeah, we're looking decent. We're looking decent. This mech is a one scary bastard. Okay. Good. Looks good. Yeah, we're gonna have to fix this here properly. Get some cables and stuff and whatnot. Okay, so let's sharpen this, and you know, let's bevel this too so it actually shades nicely, and sharpen it, and also change bevel to weight. We're gonna remove it later because we're gonna be joining stuff, but you know, for the time being. And also, you know, it would be good to fix the shading. So what we're gonna do is grab an angle gun, slice it like this, change the knife and slash it because it's faster, you know, and remove these edges because we don't need them. So dissolve edges and select these and dissolve them. And what the hell is going on in here? Okay, this is really mangled up. GG. Right. Well, that's pretty bad. Oh, this cutter needs to be fixed, but we can do it later. There's a disaster in here. And that's because this cut here is, you know, I mean, this face here is just crooked, yeah, so we're probably gonna have to cut them properly later on. So let's just leave it as is at the moment. We can fix it later. I wouldn't worry about it at the moment. So this is just a blockout, okay? So I think the blockout of the Mac is finished, and we kind of, you know, mid-detail / blockout depending on which area we're at. But we're gonna start now shaping it up and refining the whole structure of this Mac and deciding, you know, which way we're gonna go with it. So anyway guys, this is it for this video. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.